Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, Ram.
Uh, a minute. I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. So today we'll just look upon how to get the access to Salesforce, yeah, and very high level basics. Okay. So first thing that you have to do is you have to go to developer.salesforce.com. I'll send this URL and then go to browse all trades. Here you have to do a sign up. So these are the different editions that are available. You can go with anyone, but I would suggest you for the course that we are looking for, go for developer edition. Okay. So here you just provide your details. You just write something. Ideally, it asks for a username also. I think they modified it this month. So I want to try once. Once you are done, you will get an email like this, and they'll give you a username as well. So copy this username and click on verify account. Here's some security question. Um, Actually, my browser has some cache issues, so I'm getting this. You will definitely won't get this error. log the view. So this is how it will work. Okay. Just block everything so that you won't get any unnecessary updates. So this is our new org. Now, but every time if I want to log in, so what should I do? Just copy this username, right? This is your username. Copy this. And then next time, whenever you want to log in, right, just go to login.salesforce.com and give that credentials with your password. So you will be redirected to your creation. Is this clear?
Yes.
I'll get that all right. The change between earlier and the current one is I was able to get my what is it called, the username on my own. I was able to define my username, but these days it is not. It's giving the username on automatically by sales. So I'll just send this URL to you people. Chat. So before you're coming tomorrow, right? So make sure you have this edition with you. Now, so the moment I log in, right? For example, I'm an end user. Let's consider we are an end user today. So what are we going to do? So why do we need Salesforce or for any other technology to solve our business problems, right? Now, when I log in as an end user, so I basically should be able to access my business applications. So where does it reside? Here in this 9 dots. If I click on this, I will be able to see all the applications that are available in the organization. Okay. So these are the different apps that are available, and these were the things which are given by Salesforce by default. And there is a difference between the current view and the earlier view. Earlier, this is the view. So this is how the applications looks like. So now Salesforce is conducting the Trailhead DX in India. So they have modified and they are giving data cloud as well, along with the current editions. So that is the reason the applications are little different here. But more or less the performance will be the same. There won't be any difference. Now, let us say I want to use a sales application. So I being an end user, once I log into the Salesforce org, I have to choose the application that I want to work with. I click on it and this is what is my application is. So from here, I will start working. Now, to make it more simple, so what I'll do is I will work out, I'll open some Excel sheet. So I was telling you, right, in one of the previous sessions that you should be familiar with the terminology of Excel. So we will speak about Excel first and then we'll speak about Salesforce. Okay, we compare with Salesforce. Let's say Excel. In Excel, you will have multiple files, Excel files, correct? You'll have a file. Under file, you will have multiple sheets. Under each Excel file, you'll have multiple sheets, right? Like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 and all, right? Every sheet will have a table to capture the details, and every table will have a column and a row. Are these the terminologies that we have in Excel, or do we have anything else? Now, how do you actually relate this? Now, let's say you're doing multiple businesses, right? and you want to track each and everything into in your system, then what you'll do, for example, let's say you don't have any tool to track them. So that is where you will create multiple Excel files. Each file you will track by each business, because every business will have again multiple data. Right? You will have customer information, you'll have the product information, you'll have transaction information. So each transaction, I mean, each information will be stored here as different sheets, right? So that is what we are doing over here. Now, when I compare this with Salesforce, here what will happen is each file we call it as each application. Now, to make it more and more simpler, for example, let's say uh, how many of you know about Wipro? Hello? Okay, how many of you know about Ambani? And it doesn't mean that he should be our good friend, but have you heard about us? Heard his name?
Yes,
Obviously, yes, right? So there will be a no offense. So what does they do?
he's a businessman.
And what all the businesses he have? Does he own a single business in India?
No, he have multiple businesses.
Right. Now, let's say he don't have any tool to track his business, and he wants to track everything in Excel. So what he should do? So I'll create a folder. I'll open this, and then he'll create file for each business, right? So he owns Hamley, he owns Geo, he owns oil and gas as well. He owns Reliance Trends. So each business will be tracked down in one Excel. Am I correct?
Yes,
And
Yes.
when you open one of these, when he opens one of these Excel, let's say oil and gas. So is this how you have to capture the information? Customers, products, transaction, staff details, maybe salaries, etc., etc. Correct? And
Yes.
each and every sheet, you will maintain the relevant information of that particular sheet. Correct?
yes,
Now, what is the problem in this Excel? For example, let's say I will say name, email, and phone. If you see here, name I have defined in phone. System won't stop me, but ideally I'm not supposed to do. Correct? So such restrictions won't be there. Or I will say for every transaction, I want to send an email to the recipe, to the customer along with an attachment. That is not possible in Salesforce. Right? Or the moment in Excel, and let's say the moment I have completed a transaction or I sold a product, I want to make sure that inventory is properly updated. Will that happen? Again, no. So to remove this, we need a tool, right? That is where we are going with Salesforce. Now in Salesforce, what will happen? The same story. So all these businesses will be captured as multiple files, sorry, in your Excel, right? But when it comes to Salesforce, we call them applications, which means for me, Families is one application, Geo is one application, Oil and gas is one application. Trends is one application. What is the advantage? We'll see in 2 minutes. I'll go back here. Now, if I open this, view all. So each and everything is one application. Like here, you'll get your Zio, you'll get your oil and gas, you'll get your Hamleys, etc. etc. This is called as app launcher. Okay. Now, inside your file, you will have multiple sheets, right? When it comes to Salesforce, inside your file, you will have multiple tabs. So sheets will be there at the bottom of the screen, tabs will be there at the top of the screen. That's the difference. So these are the tasks which helps you to, and what is the purpose of sheet? Why do we need a sheet in Excel? Why do we need the sheet one, sheet two, or multiple sheets? Why? What is the purpose of those sheets?
To separate the categories, right?
So it basically helps you to access the information of that particular table. Right? So if I
Yeah.
go to customer details, it will show me customer details. If I go to transactions, it will show me transactions. If I go to maybe staff details, it will show me staff details. Similarly, if I go to accounts, change this recently view, I can see all my accounts in the org, right? Or if I go to opportunities, I will see all the opportunities. This is called as a list view. We will discuss more about it. But if you want to see the data, just click on the recently viewed and change it to all opportunities and pin it. Okay, we'll discuss about the technicalities later. Okay, for now, to see the data, just a moment. Yeah. Now, see if I click on accounts, so it is showing me all account details. And similarly, if I go to opportunities, it is showing me all opportunity details. Right? The informations are different because the tabs are different. Right? Which means the technical name of a sheet in Salesforce is called as, yeah, but what is a table in that case? We call it as object. Okay, so opportunities is a tab which helps you to access the data of opportunity object, not a table. We don't call it as a table. Okay, sheet is for UI. Object is nothing but the structure of that table. Okay, so how do we define? Again, we have future sessions. Now, don't you see a table structure over here? So it says opportunity name. Till the end of the screen, it is all names only. Okay. Similarly, account name, amount, close date, stage. So these are the columns, right? But we call them as fields. Okay. But Ram, in Excel, you will add a row to add a record, right? But here, what are you doing? We will create a new record. Click on new button, fill in the details and see it will become a row. Okay. And these are called as fields. Rows are nothing but records. Now, are you able to map Excel with Salesforce? Any complications? Anyone?
Ram, can you explain about object once again?
So object is nothing but your table structure. A table is called as an object. If you see here, right, sheet, the use of sheet is it just opens you a page where you can access the table, correct? Similarly, we call it as tab in Salesforce. Sheet is nothing but a tab, like opportunity is one tab, leads is one tab, task is one tab, accounts, contacts. These are called as different tabs that are available in Salesforce. We can also create our own tabs as well. Yeah. Now, when it comes to object, so sheet helps you to access the data of your table, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, tab helps you to access the data that is residing in that object.
Okay.
We call it table in Excel, we call it object in Salesforce. That's the only difference. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Similar. I mean, in table you'll have rows and columns. In object we have fields and records.
Records. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Got it.
simple.
Yes. Yes.
Any questions, anyone? Good. Now, once this is done, let's close it. Okay. Now, but apart from this, now I can see multiple things on the screen. Can we look at them? Yes. Um, let's say, let me go to accounts. Okay. I'll just copy this. Okay. What I did, I just searched for some random keyword in the Google, and the Google search engine have gave me a result where from its server where I can access. Correct. So this is the entire data that I can access in the Google server. Am I correct?
Yes.
Similarly, if I go to my search bar on the top, if I search for oil, I won't even type the actual details. I'll just search for oil and click enter. Then what it will do is it will allow me to search for that particular keyword throughout the org. By the way, when we signed up, you didn't sign up for an account in Salesforce. You signed up for a org in Salesforce, which means a space in Salesforce. So what we created today is a Salesforce org rather than Salesforce. Okay.
Account.
Now, so in that org, across the org, you might have multiple objects, multiple details, right? So when I search for a keyword in this search bar, it is searching that particular keyword throughout the org. See, it says you have 5+ contacts, 5+ opportunities, 3 accounts, right? Every object on the left side, if you can see the results as well, right? It says on all the other objects, the data is 0, right? So as it is similar to your Google search, but Google search is limited to Google server. Here, this search is limited to all, so we call it as global search. Okay, the search bar is limited to global search. Clear? So Agent Force is a new feature that is coming up with Salesforce, where it will help you to cleanse and help the end user to access the data much more faster. Um, is not important for us. Now, let's say I want to work on this oil and gas Singapore. Yeah. So I clicked on that. So you can go to accounts tab and click on that record. And this is how the UI of a record looks like in Salesforce. And we can define each and every part of it. Yeah. So one is related. Related is nothing but the child records that are available in the system of that particular object. And if I go to the details, this is where it will show me the details of that record, like the name, phone number, emails, employees, etc. etc. Okay. And when I click on edit, if you click on this down arrow mark, you can click on edit as well. When I click on edit, this data you can edit. Okay. Now, again, we will look much more deeper in future. Now, let us say I don't want to search for this every day. So what I want to do, rather what I'll do is I'll click on this star where like the way you do bookmark your URLs, right? You can bookmark a particular record so that next time you can just click on this down arrow mark, see if there is any record that is bookmarked, click on that, click. As simple as it. Okay. Likewise, you can bookmark around 10 records if I'm not wrong. If that is done, let's say my favorites are done, then I can simply remove it from the bookmarks as well. Now, let us say I want to create a contact record. So what should I do ideally? I should go to contacts tab, click on new button and fill in all the details for the contact. Right? If you see here, there are some drop downs, there are some mandatory fields, there are date visits, right? Too many data types, right? Now, by the time I fill all this, I might lose that customer also. Right? You might be busy. Let's say I want to take that information from Kalyani, uh, whom I met in some tube. So let's say I'm a financial broker. I'm working for a financial broking sector. So I'm one of the financial broker. So during some conversation, Kalyani said like, yes, she wants to invest in financial working sector. So I want to track her. I want to capture her information. But by the time I open all this information, she might say, "Ram, I'm very busy." Right? So to avoid this, what we can do, there is something called global actions or quick actions, we call them, where I can just go there and pick whichever the activity that I want and perform it in a very quick way. So compared to the standard record creation, the creation of a record in the quick action is much more simpler. Of course, end of the day, it will create the same record. There is no change. But it basically allows me to capture the minimal information like her email, her phone number, her name, very basic information. Because that is, this information is there. Rest all I can come and connect with her later as I have her contact number. I can get the information easier, right? So now, suppose that when we create the objects for our applications, we can include those global actions, right? Then we have something called guidance center. So, like any other technology, of course, Salesforce also getting upgraded. But in Salesforce, what will happen is it gets upgraded thrice in a year. One in summer, one in winter, one in spring. Now, assignment for today is I want you to tell me in which release are we or what is the current update. Is this a summer release, winter release, or spring release? I don't know how you're going to figure out. Okay. If not, that's okay. We'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. Now, every release that you are doing in Salesforce, right? Like they will upgrade or they will show you those new features over there. If you are interested, you can just come and see those things. But not at this moment for you people. Once you learn the basics, right? Maybe later you can try this guidance. And then help and training. Yes, you can get the trainings of Salesforce from here as well. But yeah, it costs you around 2,000 or $2,500 per per a product, whether it is admin, development, and all. So those things you can get it from here. But apart from this, help and training is important for a person like me who is actually working on the paid editions or paid versions in an organization. Reason, for example, let's say Salesforce said like the moment you click on contact and click on new button, you will be able to create a record. So I did that, I believed it, and I created some details for my end users and I've deployed it in production. Post that for, I don't know for what happened, but one of my user was not able to create any data. So I've given all the permissions, things are good. I have followed all the best practices given by Salesforce, things are super good. But still, the user is facing the issue. What should I do? Anyone? A particular feature that is given in Salesforce is not working at all. Happens because end of the day it is again a technical product. So you will have a glitch. So what are you going to do then? Will you sit and fix it? May or
Like
may not be.
Contact
So if
support.
yes. So that's where we will get the support from sales. I mean, that is just a small example that I give, but yeah, whenever you see any issues from Salesforce, right? So you will have support engineers from Salesforce who are ready to help you. So that's where you can click on support. The moment you click on it, it will ask you the production details. Once you give that, it will help you to raise a case. Once the case has been raised, within some SLEs, depending on the case complexity, the people will from Salesforce will call you back, and then you can share the screen, start providing the information, all these things. Okay. This is very important. Setup. This is what you are going to see from tomorrow, and this is what we are going to deal with every day. So this is the front end, is what we are discussing, right? All the tabs, applications. But to get this front end, you have to work here. This is the back end. Okay. So let's say I want to create an application. I'll just go here, click on App Manager, on us, and start creating the applications. Or I want an object. I'll go to this object manager, click on new button, create a new object and start creating objects. But if you see here, these are all the standard applications that are already available in the system. Apart from this, we can create the custom objects. Okay. Similarly, you have service setup, or let us say I want to create a user. Because Ram, you said it, you're creating an org. So can I create user? Yes. Just go to users. I don't know for what reason these errors are coming to me. You will see the list of users basically when you click on new button, you will be able to create the users as well. Okay. Similar to this setup, you will have service setup where you can see the service related features. So we will go through these as well once your standard application setups and all are completed. Okay, where we'll see how do we set up this omni-channel supports, or we'll see how do we create this escalation rules, all these things for service cloud. So this is especially related to the service cloud applications in the sales. First that you have something called data cloud support. Like if you are learning data cloud, then you will go through this data cloud support in future. Apart from this, we will go to developer console. This is where the end user works in. I really don't know for what reason I'm getting this error. Let me go through this and fix it tomorrow. So this is how your developer console looks like. This is the place where, which is very important for a developer to work on. This is where we will write our all custom logics that are available in the system. Okay. Then last one, yes, you can add your pictures by going to settings. So it will show you the details of yours, your personal information, and let's say if you want to define your time zone, you can go here. You can see your login histories. All these things can be seen over here. And for now, these are not that important for me. So I'm not going there. I just go to sales. So this is the high level overview of your Salesforce org. Any questions? Anyone? Is the class too boring today? Of course it is, right? It will be little boring, but yeah, once we start creating an application and all, so that's where the real interest comes in. So get ready with your orgs. Tomorrow we will go with one end-to-end application, maybe the standard sales only. How does this marketing records been tracked, or how does this account process will happen? How do we create opportunities? How do we add products? Some basics. First, that we'll discuss about some application. We'll bring a use case, right? And we'll start building that use case using the features of Salesforce in your ops, not in mine, by the way, right? So, which means from day after tomorrow, not tomorrow, you will have to share your screens every day, right? To build the application in your own ops. Clear?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, I have sent the URL. Make sure. I think few people joined post that. Just thinking. Okay. So when we sign up, right? Earlier I've asked you to do a sign up with the agent force. Actually, I mean, there's the new one. But yeah, I think for this sessions, this legacy is enough for you. Where this is where it will ask your details along with it. Only in legacy, it'll ask you to define your usernames. So just do a sign up over here. Username is something which is similar to your email ID. Okay. Just do a sign up before you're coming tomorrow's session here, and then from there we'll take it up. There is no difference as such, right? Only thing is, as Agent Force got enabled, I'm not sure whether this edition will be there for a lifetime or it will be there for a trial period. I would suggest you to go with the developer edition with a legacy model, which is little old. Only thing you won't have the data cloud features and all, which is good enough to learn entire admin and the development. Okay. It's a see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Ram. See you tomorrow.
Ram, just a
Ram,
minute.
hello.
Left.
He left.
Okay.
He left.
Hmm.
మీరు యుఎస్ లో ఉన్నారా?
నేను యుఎస్ నుంచి.
Hello.
Anyone from US?
Yes, so myself.
Yeah, నేను కూడా.
ఓకే. ఎక్కడి నుంచి?
జార్జియా.
ఓకే. నేను టెక్సస్, డాలస్.
నేను ఒహాయో అండి.
ఓకే. సో మీ అందరూ ఇప్పుడు కరెంట్ ఐటీ ఫీల్డ్‌లో ఉన్నారా ఆల్రెడీ? ఆర్
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Starting.
We are job seekers.
Oh, job seekers. Oh, masters passed out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm starting my IT career after 12 years. నేను వేరే అదర్ సెక్టర్స్ లో వర్క్ చేసా కానీ ఐటీ దిస్ ఇస్ మై ఫస్ట్ టైం. సో
మాకు కూడా ఫస్ట్ టైం మేము ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ లేదు, ఇప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం.
ఓకే, అంటే ఇది కొంచెం ఈజీగా ఉంటుందని అన్నారని చెప్పి సో ఐ డిడ్ చూస్ దిస్.
మేము అంతే చేస్తున్నాం.
కోడింగ్ ఉంటది అని చెప్తున్నారు.
అంటే నాట్ టూ డెప్త్ గా ఉండదు, బట్ జావా
లైక్
కానీ ఓకే, కానీ ఒక 3-4 ఇయర్స్ తర్వాత అట్లా స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది అంట కదా. అంటే కరెంట్లీ ఒక ఫ్రెండ్ ఆల్రెడీ తను ఇదే దాని మీద వర్క్ చేస్తుంది అనమాట. అయితే తను ఇంకా ఐటీ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కాదు, లైక్ బిఫార్మసీ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్. తను ఈజీగా నేర్చుకున్నాను నేను. సో ఇట్స్ ఈజీ, ఎవరైనా నేర్చుకోవచ్చు అన్నట్టు నాకు సపోర్ట్ చేసింది అనమాట. తను చెప్పడం ఏంటంటే ఆఫ్టర్ 3 ఇయర్స్ ఇప్పుడు డెవలప్మెంట్ స్టార్ట్ చేసిందంట తను.
ఎస్ ఎస్
3
నేను
First-
కూడా యా
క్యారీ ఆన్.
నేను కూడా బిఫోర్ 2.5 years బిఫోర్ వర్క్ చేశాను. బట్
Okay.
నా హోల్ 2 years ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ లో నేను జస్ట్ 1.5 month ఉండే ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో.
ఓకే,
ఇప్పుడు 3 years బ్రేక్ తర్వాత మళ్ళీ నేను జాయిన్ అవుదామని స్కిల్స్ అప్గ్రేడ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాను. ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది నాకు. అదే ఆ 1 monthదే ఇప్పటి వరకు గుర్తుంది. ఇంకా లైక్ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ గా ఉంటుంది, చెయ్యాలి అనిపిస్తుంది. సో దట్ నేను మళ్ళీ చూస్ చేసుకున్నాను ఇదే.
ఓకే, గుడ్ దెన్. యా,
ఫస్ట్ 1.5 month కూడా డెవలపర్ సైడేనా? అంటే
యా
ఇప్పుడు
డెవలపర్. బట్
admin
నాది అడ్మిన్ లేకుండే, నాది సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ వెలాసిటీ అని చెప్పి దీని నుంచి కొంచెం డిఫరెంట్ అన్నమాట. జస్ట్ అడ్మిన్ లో ఒక 10% చేస్తుండే, 90% వెలాసిటీ డెవలపర్ ఉండే నేను. ఇప్పుడు కంప్లీట్ గా సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ వెలాసిటీ ఎరేజ్ అయిపోయింది అనమాట. అది ఓన్లీ టెలికామ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కే వర్క్ అవుతుండే. సో నేను ఇప్పుడు సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ డెవలపర్ గా చూస్ చేసుకున్నాను.
ఓకే.
జాబ్ ఎట్లున్నాయి?
జాబ్స్ యాక్చువల్గా వీళ్ళు చెప్పడం ఏంటంటే ఒక 3 years నుంచి కొంచెం లోగానే ఉంది సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ అని చెప్తున్నారు. లైక్ నేను ఒక 2-3 కోచింగ్ సెంటర్స్లో తెలుసుకుంటే, బట్ ఆల్రెడీ వర్క్ చేసే వాళ్ళైతే అలా ఏం లేదు, ఆపర్చునిటీస్ బాగానే ఉన్నాయి అని చెప్తున్నారు.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ.
Okay.
నేను